Hi guys. So basically, I hope you can hear me on this one because every time I record with my laptop, something happens on that. I just can't do it. So I thought I'd do a quick video uh, to tell you again about what was going on, with the academy here, with Santos's academy. Now, I do not wish any harm or anything to Santos. It's a real shame, what happened because I thought I was friends with him. We've been on Skype with each other for about 5 or 6 years or something. I even sent him some cannabis oil when he was ripped off to help him out. We spoke for quite a while. He invited me last year, but I couldn't come. So I basically left all my life behind, to come here because I really believed, that there was a physical school because he invited me to actually come on to colonic irrigation here. But apart from the fact there is no physical school, even though there probably will be, at some point, there isn't at the moment, so obviously I can't work. And but there's other major issues with the guy, his front man, who's called Daniel, who basically is the front man for his academy. And the guy eats meat when and promotes it as well. Even in one of the last podcast, he said that he believes that he has to eat meat, blah blah blah. And I've got him on another tape saying that he believes everybody should eat meat. That veganism is only for when you're detoxing and all that kind of stuff. The guy said different stories online about how he came here. And he was going around Puerto Morelos on a bike making noises, on showing off. He's from Wall Street. All he cares about is money. He's connected to a UN crypto-based currency. And there has been amazing people that have come here, like 40, 50 people in the last year and a half. And most of them, not all of them, but a good portion of them left because of Daniel. Daniel arrived apparently about a year ago. Previous to that, there was a young guy, really nice guy, whose parents have money, and they were going to buy a $1 million building and give it to Santos for the school. And it was going to be there was going to be a garden, I think, and an organic cafe, many rooms for therapies and stuff. And he was close to Santos for a few months, and they were going to make that happen. And then Daniel turned up, and then Daniel chased them away and made sure that he was the one that set up the school with Santos instead, right? So the guy is really full of shit. He doesn't know his ass from his elbow. I mean, Santos really needs somebody on the podcast who answers calls that know syncretism, that can answer anything about World War II if they need to, so they know their shit about World War II, they know their shit about flat earth, they know their shit about alchemy, numerology, astrology, because then they can answer calls properly, So something is really not right. I still don't know whether Santos is compromised, blackmailed, or just can't see the head through the trees and is just being stupid and not seeing what's going on, or sold out. I mean, that's another possibility, but something's not right, It's just, as I said, I've got friends that eat meat, but you cannot have somebody that eats meat representing a vegetarian school. It's just, what the fuck? And the guy, if that was bad enough, that's not the worst of it. I mean, well, that's bad enough, but the guy's a complete fucking moron on top of that, just really full of shit, really up his arse. And, you can't say anything against the guy. Santos will not have it. In the beginning, I said a few things, but then I got really ill, so I couldn't say anything. And then, of course, when I got better and I was observing what's going on, then I said what was going on. And then Santos told me to basically go and die like a dog with the rest of the people that are not syncretists, told me to fuck off and die, basically. And very nice. Thank you, Santos. I thought I was a friend of his, As I said, even when I came here, I tried to help him with my device. I told him exactly what he needed to do, which is to get out of Puerto Morelos. He needs the Mother Nature to support him. What he needs to do is go to a forest somewhere with no electricity, no Wi-Fi, and then he would have recovered instead of going on dairy, instead of going on fucking heavy pharmaceuticals, or told to do that by Daniel, by the way. Something is really not right, So, the fact that he had a really good friend like me who knows this shit, who really cares. I really care. I'm Cancerian, when I care about someone, I really care. I'll do anything to help you, it's not very nice. I mean, I don't take it to heart. So this black magic does not work on me, because curses do not work on me, because I don't take anything to heart anymore since a very long time anyway. But, to talk to me like that, and as a supposed friend, and told me to fuck off, and instead keeping this guy near him, that you can't say anything against him, but it's all right to say shit things about me. I mean, So, if he was to have a real functioning syncretic school, he would need someone. I'm not saying me, there's a lot of other people like me. I'm not the only one that knows my shit about all subjects that are connected to syncretism, but to have someone like that, no, it's just, I'm sorry, it's just bullshit, Um, and to have all this, if it was just me that complained, you'd think, oh, well, it's Araya, it's just Araya, she's complaining. No, as I say, at least 30 people have left because of Daniel. That's the minimum, I'm telling you, at least, yeah. And I'm just trying to help people that have like thinking that they want to come out here, thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to go and be with Santos. First of all, you can't really see him every day because he's not always well. And on top of that, he only listens to Daniel. And if you realize what's going on, and then you're like, well, you probably won't want to stay here anyway. But I'm hoping that this message will stop people that probably like me would leave their whole life behind and come here thinking that they're going to have a school to work for, and really good people to hang out with. That is not going to happen, I'm sorry to say, The only two people that are still with Santos, apart from Daniel, is a couple of people that are very new age. I mean, one of them believed in climate change, like advertising on Facebook, some fucking bullshit thing, sucking CO2 out of the air, when CO2 is a gas of fucking life. That's what I mean. He also has people that work for the school that really do not know their arses from their elbows. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, what are you doing, Santos? Honestly, just because they're your friends, you give them a job. But I mean, I'm sorry, you need elders. I mean, okay, there are some young people. I mean, I've met some 20, 25 years old that are really sus and really awake, that could potentially, yes, work for the school, for sure. But ideally, you also mainly want to have some elders, like people, as I say, like me, that are at least in their 50s, who've lived their lives, that know about relationships, that really know about a lot of things that's going on in the world, that can answer literally fucking anything people ask them, or at least point them to the right direction. This is what you want on a podcast anyway, on a YouTube channel podcast. And you want some people, that really know what they're doing, that really know what they're talking about. I wouldn't want to be a teacher because, well, I could be a teacher, but I'm really good at all different subjects. So I'm the kind of person, if I was to work for a school like that, I would be good doing podcasts, because I love talking, I love chatting, I love answering questions. I know a lot of shit about a lot of shit. So that would be the kind of job I'd rather do than even doing colonic irrigation or anything else, because I just love sharing knowledge. This is one of my favorite things, because I've learned a lot of stuff, and I've like Santos, I've been giving it up for free, People say that knowledge is free. Sure, it is, but Santos has a lot of knowledge, don't get me wrong, and I think you should definitely get something back for it, but I don't think you should charge people for it. I think you should it should be donation based, which means that people that have a lot of money, that can even afford to give, I don't know, like $200 a month, let them do that. But people that can only afford $10 a month, let them do that. It should be based like that rather than a set fee anyway. And sure, after all the knowledge you've shared for free, it's nice to get something back. But if you trust in God, you will get something back. You don't have to be greedy. So it's just really weird. I don't know what's going on. And funny enough, I'm just going to say one more thing. I had a dream about Santos last night. And it's funny because I'm not even thinking about what happened. I've let it go. But this is why I'm doing another video on the same subject again. Because, okay, number one, I don't want people to put their hopes up for what's going on here. If I was you, I wouldn't come here. No way. I mean, at the moment, the Academy is making good money. $50, 3,000 people on the Academy. They're making like $200,000 at least a month, So they could afford the school anyway, like now, But Santos said he wanted to go to Chiapas, which is exactly when I arrived here, when I realized, all the 4G towers and everything. They're going to turn this place into a smart city. So, you've got to get out. And in any case, this is not really where I wanted to live. I thought I'd come here maybe for a year maximum, do a bit of work with the academy, and then fuck off to Chiapas anyway. So when Santos said he wanted to go to Chiapas, I was very happy, and I thought, okay, he hasn't got to school yet, but I can hang in there. But when I realized what was going on with Daniel, I'm like, I don't want to be anywhere near that guy. Just forget it. It's just not possible. And even when I tried to be nice to Daniel and tried to have a conversation with him, he dismisses you straight away. I'm not the only. He won't have a conversation. The only person he has a conversation with is Santos. He will not talk to anybody else. It's just very strange, literally. Or unless you're a friend of his that arrives here, possibly. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about, I had a very vivid dream with Santos last night. So first it started really weird. Santos gave me the dark eye, was really pissed off with me. Wouldn't talk to me, but I happened to be in the same room with him. And I happened to be in the same room because I had some work to do for him for some reason in my dream, and I couldn't not do it because I needed the money, and I think there was some kind of contract, so he couldn't stop me from doing it, so he had to pay me for some job. I don't even know what it was. All I know is I did something, and I was going to wait to get paid, but this is very vague. That's the only thing that's vague. I'm not sure what work it was, but I had some work to do for him. And then I found myself in a massive, you're talking massive room, literally like a stadium size. With a lot of people sitting across each other, in a line, and there was going to be some kind of ceremony. I'm not really sure. All I know is that in front of me was a bunch of people from Glastonbury, which are very new age, and they were about to sing some Krishna songs. Oh, okay. And then I spotted Santos further down, so I looked, okay, and he was giving me the dark eye again, so I just turned away. And then I thought, okay, well, I've got to get paid. So I got up, I thought, I've got to go to the Louvre. So I come, and I saw Santos getting out as I was getting out as well. So he was actually in front of me. But I really needed to go to the Louvre. So if I go to the Louvre, I catch up with him and get paid. It was $75 for some reason. So I went to the Louvre, came back out. This other new age that I don't really like was there, and she was with Santos at the time. I said, "Oh, where's Santos?" And she said, "I don't know. He's not here anymore." I thought, "Oh, fuck, I've got to find him now because I need to get paid." But I couldn't see him anywhere. So I thought, all right. So I went back into that huge room with everybody. Most people had left. I came back into the room, and the ceremony was still going on. So I saw Santos, and I went up to him, and I said, "Oh, Santos, can I get paid, please?" And he looked at me kind of nasty, and he said, here's your money. But there was $10 missing. So then he gave me $20, and I was like, "No, you're giving me too much." I gave him $10 back. Oh, okay, I took it back, and that was that. So I thought, all right, and so I left again. I left the building, and I went for a walk or something. I can't remember, a few other things happened, and then I decided to go back to that stadium again, or to that room again. And most people had left, and there was literally just a couple of people near Santos, and just Santos there, and he looked really bad. He was crying, and I thought, oh my God, what's going on? So I thought, you know what? I thought, even though we fell out, like in real life, we fell out. In fact, he told me to fuck off and die. He told me to go and fuck off and die like the rest of the dogs out there. Yeah, very charming. I mean, I don't take anything to heart, so don't worry. But anyway, I came up to him, and I said, look, Santos, I'm all for free speech, and I should, I came all the fucking way here. I've been nothing but nice to you. I've tried to help you. And, I need to be able to ask you those questions, I mean, I should be able, if people come and ask me questions, I will answer questions, especially if you're a friend. And I said, look, I want to ask you questions. Are you compromised, or are you blackmailed? Or are you just stupid and you're not seeing what's going on with that Daniel guy? Or have you just sold out? I'd like to know. I mean, I have, surely you can answer me whatever it is. Or are you too scared to tell me the truth, And he just took a little while. He was crying a little bit, and he was like, oh, yeah, I don't know. He was like, well, no, I can't really say, but don't worry. And he was like, yeah, I know. I need to let Daniel go, and like that. And I was like, oh, well, if only, I was like, that would be great, And he just stayed there, and he was crying a bit, so I gave him a bit of a hug on everything. And then he gave me a really big hug, and he said sorry, you know, for what he said to me and all that. And so we ended that on a good note, but, you know, that was a dream. Dream, so that's probably just what I hope for, but I doubt it's going to happen, you know. But I'm just saying, you know, like, this is what happened in my dream, you know. And, you know, I don't wish Santos any harm. I'm not here to swear at him or anything. I just genuinely want to ask these 4 questions. What is going on? Is it this, that, or the other? Because if you can answer me, if you're telling me that, you know, you really, like, you know, you really don't think that Daniel is bad, on your, like, you're completely stupid, okay, well, then I definitely don't want anything to do with you, because if you're that stupid that you can't see what's going on, then I don't really want to be part of it. If you're compromised or blackmailed, you know, then I'm sure that as a friend you could tell me. I don't have to go and tell anyone else, but then I would understand why you're behaving that way, and then maybe we can find a way out of that, you know. And if you've sold out, then, I mean, you could also tell me what I've sold out. What I care about is the fucking cash, and I don't care that Daniel is a million. And I don't care. I just want to fucking have an easy life now. You know, I just want to retire. I just want the fucking money. Well, then I'd be okay. Well, you know, I'm never going to sell myself out. But if that's what you want to do, then again, I want nothing to do with you. I mean, I'm the kind of person, I like to know what's going on, you know. I'm Gemini, I'm very rising, Cancerian, but Gemini rising, so I'm caring, but I'm very inquiring. And I've got Aquarius in my 10th house, you know, so my goal is to know. I can't stand not knowing what's going on, you know. And after observing, I thought I had to do this video because, you know, if I can help someone not to come here, someone that for some reason really believed, you know, that there was a school here, and really believed that they could make a difference in the world, it's not going to happen here. It's not going to happen, because how can this happen with a moron like Daniel as a front man? I'm sorry. And Santos still swearing at someone like me, someone who genuinely was helping him, trying to help him, that really knows their shit about syncretism, that would be really good for the school, like I'd be very good for a real syncretic school. You know, I've known my shit for a long time, you know. I was reading mythology when I was 8 years old, 7, 8 years old, you know, and more stuff like that, you know. So I've been awake for a very long time, you know, to all that stuff, you know. So. And as I say, I'm not blowing my own trumpet. There's plenty of people like me. I mean, you should see, like, the number of people I've subscribed to on YouTube. There's some fucking amazing syncretists. Amazing. These are the people you'd want, you know, for your school, you know. The only person I really love in that school is my friend Mehmet. He's amazing. He's kind of, in some ways, he woke up to all that not all that long ago, but he's done a lot of research. He's put a lot of research into it. He knows his shit. Everything he talks about, he knows what he's talking about. So I really love him. I think Micah is really good as well. Malika, but people don't realize a lot of the teachers have left as well, because after they realize what was going on, some teachers have left as well. But they're still advertising the teachers, you know, like Malika and all that. Why they're still advertising her? She doesn't work for the school anymore. You know, so yeah, something's not right, really not right, and you know, I think somebody else should start another syncretic school, like with real amazing syncretists, and you do not ask for $50 fucking a month. You just ask for donation. You know, you'll probably still get the same money, because come on, you know, if I had a lot of money, I would be happy to even give $500 a month. You know, if I was a multimillionaire, I'd be happy to give you $500 a fucking month, you know. As things stand at the moment, you know, I can't really afford to give anything, you know. But that happens as well, you know. But, you know, this is, to me, this is what it should be like, because you can't charge the same money for people that have money and then the others that haven't. I mean, you can't. I'm sorry. You know, some people genuinely can only, why only people that can afford $50 can get to that knowledge? I think that's wrong. I'm sorry, you know, like I've been in a position where I had no money 7 years ago. For about 7 years, I had 6 years, I had absolutely no fucking money. So, you know, I know what it's like, you know. And luckily, when I was going to drink ayahuasca, sometimes they gave it to me cheaper, because I knew I really couldn't afford it. And that's the way it should be, you know. It should just be donation. Okay, you could say we'd like $50, but if you can only afford 10, you know, we ask for a minimum of $10 a month. But if you can afford to give more, if you can give $100, $200, $400, then please do. You know, this is how I would run my school anyway, you know. because you can make anything happen in your life. It's nothing to do with the money. Okay, you need the money to make to buy things, but if you really intend to get something, you'll get it even if you haven't got the money. Do you understand? Like Santos really wanted a school, and then this guy turned up, who's a multimillionaire, really nice family, like all like fucking vegan, on very awake, and they were about to buy the school, and they got chased away by that fucking Daniel. That's what I'm saying. He manifested it, and then he fucking chased them out. Because then at that point he wouldn't need to be asking for $50 a month anyway. So there you go. And I don't even think that they're paying the teachers very well. Anyway, enough complaints. I just thought, I'd let people know what's really going on, because to me, it's good to know what's going on, And I wish I'd done a lot of more research before I came here, because to be honest, before I even left, when I saw that guy the first time on the podcast, I was like, who the fuck is that? And then when I realized that Santos was talking to Sacha Stone, I thought, oh my fucking God, I already exposed him. I sent you all the dirt on him 7 years ago. And apparently Sacha Stone said, oh, I wish I was a Rothschild. Well, he fucking is. But who says that? I would never say, oh, I wish I was a Rothschild. I'm not a Rothschild, but I wish I was. Are you fucking for? Who the fuck says that? Now, I'm not saying some Rothschilds have woken up. It's true. There's been a couple of Rothschilds. Well, one is a Rockefeller, actually. I can't remember his name, but he was working for Médecins Sans Frontières, which is a French Jewish organization. And I think, his family killed him because he died in a car crash. It was all very strange. And he seemed very decent compared to the rest of his family. So I think this is what they do. It doesn't matter. Even if you're from their family or you're Jewish or whatever, they'll eliminate you if they think that you're going against them. Or the same happened to another guy. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it was Edmund Rothschild, but he had this kind of name. And he was really lovely. And I think he was found in his hotel, like Strangled. And I think they tried to say that he did some sexual weird thing, but it wasn't. He was eliminated because he was going against his own family. He was going against the Rothschilds, and that is a fact, So don't get me wrong, there are some good Rothschilds, but Sacha Stone, have you seen him? I mean, he goes to Hollywood parties, for crying out loud, and he hangs out with the Orsini family, which is a family that Santos keeps exposing, which is apparently one of the 13 families that rules the world. So Santos, what is he doing, hanging out with people like that? I'm sorry, there's something not right. And you need to know what's going on before you come here and spend your hard money to come here and then be disappointed, like what happened to me. All right, lots of love, guys.